So, I think I've located the mast that I could see from Longforgan. Possibly the same one I could see from my bedroom. It's, I don't know just what it is like. Could be a weather sensor, small transmitter. I don't really know. But it's just not far from, I think that's Folkestone or something. Zoom in. Yeah, it's not coming up. But it's not far from Longforgan anyway. That's the road I come up. So basically, I go past Longforgan, come off at the slip road, go under the underpass, and I take the second exit, because the first one obviously you can't turn left because that's the slip road coming off the A90. It's not the one after that, because that takes you out that way. It's the next one, the 2, 3, 4, the fourth exit will take you back onto the A90. Well, it's the third one. It's the exit that basically follows the road up over and towards the north, and then then it just come down to the T-junction, turn all this road up here. That's where I stop on my lunch. But that's where it is in relation to the mast and that. I think it's Folkestone or something, I'm not quite sure, but that's heading towards Dundee. It's the road that goes out. I can't remember. Benvie Road, I think's out that way. Well, anyway, the mast is there. So I'm going to have a drive around and see if there's any other ones, because I'm not sure if that's the same one I could see at my bedroom window. It doesn't look as tall as I thought, although it is slightly up on the hill. But Carmichael's Farm's just down there, by the way. That's Carmichael's Farm. So it's just before I get into Folkestones. That was the name of the town I was trying to get the name of. So here's a much clearer view. So what I've done is I went past Folkestones or whatever it was, took the first left, continued up the road, and there it is on the right. So I think it's just heading, well, this is heading north towards like I think Fowlis and Liff and that. So that's the road, just up a wee bit from the steering where I saw that blue light back in 2011. This is a coincidence, by the way, because when the single decker buses, the 2032 to 2058 fleet, or be 2052 at that time, November, December 2011, I was here investigating the blue light that I saw from my bedroom window, which is over there. And now that they're 12 and a bit year old, and some of them are off the road, 12 and a half years later, I'm investigating this mast, which is roughly in the same area. But besides that, this is looking at it from this angle, and in the background is Dundee, and I probably could see that from my bedroom window. So it probably will be the mast. And the more I think about it, the road that I was at Errol, or between Longforgan and Instore, down there when I was sitting relaxing on that, I was parked on the flat bit of the road, enjoying the peace and quiet and go for a walk. I looked up to the north and saw this mast, and this is most likely to be it. I haven't seen any other masts around the general area like that, so I'm quite sure that's the mast in question. And just to see if we could get a bit closer to it. I've parked at Berry Hill. Berry Hill, I've come down the road, and the mast's really just over there. So there's the mast. So it's not really easy to get to. There's no like any direct road that gets there as you go across private ground or whatever, but it's a lovely bit of the countryside. And they say that would have been the road, that would have been the mast that I saw from the road down at the, well, just south of Castle Huntly. Between the bottom of Longforgan and the road that runs basically into Kinginny. And I saw that mast from there. And I could see Minas Hill from here as well. Meaning that would have been the mast I saw from my bedroom window. Awkward as anything to get to, because I've got to go across fields and I'm going to be able to start my shift soon. I'm not really prepared to do this. I might have to come back on another day to get closer to it, but involves going across all this sort of stuff, and I've not got a lot of time left because I'm due on, and I've got my normal shoes on, so I'm not going to get to it today. There's no chance of that. A lot of time, there isn't a direct route to it. It involves going across the fields. I'm not prepared to do that right now. The mast, annoyingly, it's right there. It's so close, but I can't get to it today. So, and it's just on, as I say, that's Berry Hill to the left. I'm not going to point the camera there because that's in towards somebody's window. It's like a kind of private estate. So in over there, I'll have to figure out a way where I can actually park for responsibly for some considerable time and go prepared, perhaps on my day off, or maybe get up super early before my shift. Probably better do it on my day off, and I'll get right up to the mast and have a good look at it. Well, at least the mission accomplished. I've found the mast. I know where it is, I know how to get to it, but I'm just not prepared. I don't have the time to get to it now, so I'll have to leave that for later. I think when I get prepared next time, it's going to have to be one of these routes where I'm going to have to follow by the sides of the fields, like so, along the edges, and then work my way up. I'll have to find somewhere sensible to park, and then figure out a route to get to it. I think it might be, I don't know, 5G maybe, I don't know. When I saw it earlier on, it just seemed a bit smaller for some reason, but when you're closer to it, it does look a lot bigger. So it could be transmitter mast maybe. I just thought, I don't know, it looked a bit smaller anyway when I was having my lunch earlier. I thought it might have just been some like a weather station or something. I thought that bit at the top would turn or wind direction, but looking at it closer, it does seem more like perhaps a small transmitter mast for 5G maybe. I don't know. I'd like to get closer to it, but not today, unfortunately. Duty calls and due on shortly, so I'm going to have to finish up for now. So that's where I was at. I turned down Berry Hill. Coming up that road. No parking there obviously, it's just quickly logging this in just so that I've got a reference to know where the mast is in relation to where everything else is for future, well, shortly, because I'm going to find out where that is. So there's the mast, just making through the trees there, and the actual private estate is just down there. No following much of that because it's private houses and stuff, so but it just gives us an idea where it is in relation to everything else. So the mast is this is there. So that's it for now.